This is Jackie Helvey, and I'm here at Weaver Street Market this morning with Justin Ellis, who is the new Carrboro Music Festival coordinator. Hey, Justin,
Hello.
thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Before we talk about the music festival, because we've got a lot of things that changes this year, tell us a little bit about your background.
My background, well, I've lived in the Triangle since I was 7 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was born in the UK to English and French Canadian parents, so I speak French at home. It's a whole thing. But I grew up in Raleigh, went to high school in Raleigh, moved to Chapel Hill in 2009 for undergrad, lived here until about 2 months ago, and then my fiance and I bought a house in Durham, so I'm just rounding the bases.
Oh, okay.
And I've played music in bands in North Carolina since I was 15. I'm 31 now.
Wow.
So most of my conscious life has been spent being this, and that's about it. And these days, I'm the my day job, as it were, is I'm the general manager and music director at the School abroad at Chapel Hill. So
Oh, that's great. I didn't realize that you had that title over there.
Yeah. So like short of owning the place, I kind of do everything there, and so I spend every day just hanging out with kids and introducing them to like my favorite music and just kind of being a goofball all the time.
Oh, that's great.
Pretty great. Yeah.
You must really enjoy your life.
It's busy right now, but my wedding's in October, so everything's just like blah. But I am.
Did you say your wedding?
My wedding's in October.
Oh,
yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. So my life rules. It's just a little nuts right now, but I'm very, very, very happy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the music festival, because there have been so many changes this year.
Yeah.
We're paying the musicians
Yes.
for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and that whole thing has caused us. We have a limited budget, so we've narrowed it down to 100 bands this year. What do you think about being on the committee? How's that been for you?
I think being on the committee is really great. I had a lot of fun doing it. So I've obviously we know each other because we're both on the committee.
Right.
And I had been in talks with Parks and Rec to be involved with the festival for about 2 or 3 years total, but only started in earnest a year ago. My favorite thing about the committee is, at its core, everyone has a shared goal, which is making the festival as cool and as interesting as it can be. And one of the few things I don't enjoy about living in the modern age, global pandemics notwithstanding, is that there's a lot of people who feel the need, I think, to just complain all the time. And the thing I love about the committee is we see an issue and we're trying actively to solve it, instead of, I don't know, I've got a lot of very close friends who I hold dear who have boycotted the Carrboro Music Festival for years because it's not being paid, and that was something that always bothered me as a performer, but
It always bothered all of us on
right.
the committee.
But I guess the point I'm making is, not to be like, I'm great because I did this thing, but I saw an issue and was like, well, this can be fixed, so why don't I get involved and fix it? Which is what the committee's all about.
Right.
To a point. There's a lot that goes into it. But the thing I appreciate about the committee at the end of the day is that it's a group of community members who see this thing that is objectively awesome, but could be better. And it's very easy to be like, someone should really do something, and instead we are. So that's my favorite part about it.
Yeah, and we're not all musicians either. I'm
Also
not
that.
a musician.
Yeah.
Right. So you have and we have a pretty good age range now of folks who are involved in it. Older folks like me who have our favorite bands and all that kind of stuff. But it's been important to bring in younger folks like you who
I think
are
so.
more connected with the younger music scene, I guess. So what's going on? What are the venues this year?
What are the venues this year? We have 16 of them. I'm sure I'll forget one of them. I'm just trying to visualize my spreadsheet in my brain. But we've got the beautiful Weaver Street Market lawn. We've got the Cat's Cradle. We've got the Station. We got Speakeasy. We've got 401 Main's outdoor stage, which will be fun. We have Luna's Patio. We have Dingo Dog Brewing. We've got Steel String Brewing. We've got, I think President Main's going to do a couple shows after all. And we've got the new stage at South Green, which is going to be really cool and interesting. I'm excited about that. That's 10.
There's 2 stages at Cat's Cradle, so that's another one.
Oh yeah, so I'm not booking the back room, but you're correct. The back room is, so I guess that'd be 17. So that's number 11. And then
Town Hall.
Yeah, Carrboro.
Century
Yeah, that's
Center.
right. The Century Center. We've got the Carrboro Commons, where the farmers market happens.
Right.
We've got the Carrboro Family Vision stage, the Pizzera Mercado stage. I know I'm missing 2, but like it's everywhere. I really like it because, with the exception of South Green and President on Main, everything is like right here on the main drag. And then those 2 venues are still cool, just a little bit, I don't know, they're like destination getaways.
Well, and you can hop on the shuttle bus and
That's
go
true.
to those.
Or hop on your bike. I'm probably going to be zooming around my bike a lot that day.
Yeah.
One of the cool things I think about the venues is, so part of the rationale, I suppose, with having payouts for bands also meant that the talent pool is going to be a little bit, we can be a little pickier with who plays, added to which, because we can only have 100 bands because of budget concerns, it means we don't need to have as many, like, I'm not going to like speak ill of any Carrboro venues, but there's some venues I'm glad aren't involved because they just don't work.
Right.
And I think it's I don't know, in the same way that paying the bands and reining in the lineup a little bit and making it a little bit more manageable, I think holding the venues to like a higher caliber just makes it a more enjoyable experience for everyone. Performers, attendees, organizers, volunteers, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. It'll be
And
cool.
we do have the.
Shout out to Armadillo Grill. I knew I was forgetting.
Oh yeah.
But yes,
That's right. That'll be interesting. I wonder if they'll do it inside or outside.
Yeah, we'll see. I know that like Parks and Rec kind of wants to try an outdoor thing. I've always loved indoor stage, and like maybe this is jumping the gun here, but I've been making a really conscious effort to coordinate every venue. I know they should have had the festival in the past that I feel the venues don't necessarily fit the bands super well, so I made every band lineup I think is curated to fit the space a little better. So we have mostly like acoustic and old time stuff at Armadillo Grill, for example, and I'm avoiding having like a full band there unless I have to. That's what I think.
They used to be outside.
Oh, that's cool.
On the patio.
That'd be fun.
And the bar isn't open
right
now, so they might.
Well, a lot of things aren't open now, but they will be that day.
Yeah,
so who
that's
knows?
true. Like Present Day on Main isn't
example,
open, but they will be open that day. So that's great. Now, we finally came up with our 100 bands. That was hard. But because there's so much talent out there, and we want to keep it diverse and everything, not just not 100 rock and roll bands. So can you? I know that they sent out the notifications. Can you tell us a few of the bands that have accepted? Yeah,
for sure. So there's it's all over the place. I guess I've got like, sorry, little brain synapse. Well, we got, just in no particular order, we've got Mellow Swells, they're going to play. We're going to have Jefferson Hart and the Ghost of the Old North State, which I'm excited about. Sugary String Society, Country Cruel, the C. Albert Blomquist Band. Winfield is going to play, one of my favorite bands around. Erie Choir is going to play. Gallus Mag, Organ Failure. My students at the Score at Chapel Hill are going to play, which I'm really excited about. Curtis Seller's American Circus is going to play. Too Much Fun's going to play. Sad Magazine's going to play. Tim Smith Band's going to play. There's going to be, like I said, there's 100 bands. I'm not going to get very specific, I suppose, yet, because I'm still waiting on bands to be like, yes, this time slot works for me. But it's going to be, I don't know, I think it's a really nice mix. My own band, Slow Teeth, is playing too, which I'm really excited about.
What's your band's name?
My band's called Slow Teeth.
Slow Teeth.
Yeah, and it's the first time, outside of my solo, I've been mostly playing bass or drums for people since 2015, so this is my first time like doing my thing. And
that's great.
So I'm really excited about that. And so we're playing like later on that Sunday, because obviously I'll be running around and make sure everything else is cool.
Where are you going to be playing?
So we're playing at the station at 8:45.
Did you mention the station? I don't think you did.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was probably one of the first 2 or 3. But yeah, like the station, for example, that's a great example. So that's a bill where the bands all day are all, I guess, in like the indie rock band vein, and they're mostly my contemporaries.
Mm-hmm.
So like Erie Choir, Winfield, Analog Mountains, Giles Mag, Us, Organ Failure, Mellow Swells, Curtis Eller, Gone Ghosts, for example, are all playing at the station. And that's the thing, like I staggered the sets in a way that it's easy to kind of hop around and see other stuff as it's happening. So there's every 15 minutes there's a different band playing somewhere, so you don't have to choose. You can see it all. But if you want to just hang tight and enjoy, like we have a folk rock and country lap at the Cradle, for example. So that's going to be all sorts of bands. I'm trying to remember the exact order, but for that stage we got, like, for example, Sugary String Society and Country Cruel, and Jimmy Ray Swagger and the Fussy Eaters, and Charles Life and the Borrowed Band, and Jefferson Hart and the Ghost of Illinois State. Anyway, it's gonna be great. I'm really excited.
It will be great,
Yeah.
You know, if you've been to the music, anybody who's been to the music festival before will tell you it's Carrboro's greatest day.
I agree, and that's kind of why it was such a important, like, mission for me anyway, to really push for the payment of the bands, because I think it's so cool to see something that's kind of like very communal, very community minded, and very, it's something that the town works to put on. It's something that people, like, everyone just shows up to. You get to see, like, your mailman play in his surf rock band, and, like, kids running around. It's so, like, wholesome and fun and great, and every year it happens, I'm always just I'm sad to not live in Carrboro anymore, because that was one of my favorite things about living here. But for a town that bills itself as so progressive and so, like, arts focused, where cost of living is, like, I live in Durham because I can't afford to live here anymore.
Yeah.
And I love my house in Durham, don't get me wrong, but I'm still here, like, all the time. And to have this aura without paying the musicians, which are the reason why thousands of people come to the festival and all the bars make so much money.
Exactly.
To me, has always just irked me to, like, no end. So I'm glad
those days are over.
Right. I'm glad that for year 25 and the first proper festival that we've had since 2019, which, by the way, was my favorite year to date for the festival. I had such a great time in 2019, but I'm so glad that we're coming back with, like, all of this.
Yeah.
It's good.
And it's all free.
It's all free for everyone.
That.
We definitely should mention
that.
Yes.
And there's a free shuttle that runs from the Jones Ferry, off of Jones Ferry Road there, that university parking lot. You can hop on there, and throughout the day, if you don't want to walk, you can hop on there again as many times as you want. And let's see, what else do we need to talk about? Can you think of anything else? Oh, the date.
The date, yes, Sunday, October 2nd.
Yeah, and there's a little bit going on Saturday. And
I'm not sure about the details, unfortunately.
Yeah,
that's not my department.
If you want details on that, you can go to it, and I'm sure it's not been firmed up even yet. But you can go to CarrboroMusicFestival.com, and all the information is there.
Yes.
That's okay. Correct. Well, thank you, Justin.
Yeah, thank you, Jackie.